welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about all the latest Manchester United transfer news today, from Jack Grealish hinting he wants some Manchester United news, the latest on Kalidou Koulibaly, Ndidi, Moussa Dembele, the young striker from Lyon, Donny Van De Beek and Henderson all coming up. So I'm going to get straight to the point with all these news and transfers to Manchester United in the latest updates, talking about what the reports say, how reliable is it, and my general thoughts on it. So let's get straight into it. Starting with the Jack Grealish story. Now I'm going to start with this story because I don't think it's that big of a story. I think right now there's no football on, the media's a bit dry, so I think every little bit of source, reports are just trying to get something out of it. And we know that Jack Grealish wants to come to Manchester United, whether he says it or not, because yeah, he's Villa, born and bred, he loves Villa, that's his club. But Man United, even if you don't support them, is a dream club to go to. Like the history, the step up, especially if you're playing for Villa. Although, like, respect to Villa, they're a big team, but, I think Jack Grealish wants to be playing for a top 4, top 6 club. And obviously we're not a top 4 club right now, but we have the potential to be a top 4 club. And we should be a top 4 club. So Jack Grealish basically come out and said he got asked the question if he wasn't a number 10, because he has the number 10 shirt for Aston Villa, what shirt would he wear? And he basically said, I'd wear the number 7 shirt as I admired Cristiano Ronaldo as a kid. So obviously the expressive link to Manchester United saying, Grealish hints Manchester United move. Is this really hinting it? Yeah, it could be. It could be him subtly saying that he likes Man United, because obviously he knows that he's very strongly linked to Manchester United. Obviously, Jack Grealish, Villa boy, but we know that he wants to come to Manchester United. It's a big step up, it's a dream move for him, so maybe he's subtly hinting it, but you can't take that comment and say that means he's coming to Manchester United whatsoever. With Jack Grealish, Manchester United want him, he's our second target. Reliable outlets and journalists, tier 1, tier 2, said Manchester United really want Jack Grealish, but a lot of it depends on whether Paul Pogba stays and their financial situation. Ed Woodward came out and said, we don't know our transfer budget yet, so nothing's sure. And obviously, if Villa get relegated, we're more likely to get Jack Grealish. If the season is not completed, Pogba stays and Villa stays up, the likelihood of us getting Jack Grealish, I think, is a lot lower. I think we want him, but there's a lot of variables that depend on whether we get Jack Grealish. I think our first choice is Jadon Sancho, followed by Jack Grealish. Then the next story is about Donny Van De Beek. Now you could say this Donny Van De Beek story could link to Jack Grealish, because according to Sport, if Paul Pogba leaves Manchester United, the favourite to replace him is Donny Van De Beek. Now, in terms of reliability, it's not tier 1, it's not tier 2. But we have been linked to Van De Beek before. He's come out and said that he's not moving to Real Madrid. We know that Real Madrid want Paul Pogba, if not they'll go for Donny Van De Beek. So he is a kind of a Paul Pogba replacement. He's not Paul Pogba levels. He's probably a bit more Paul Pogba-like than Grealish. We've been linked to him before. He's young, he's Dutch. I think he'll be cheaper than Jack Grealish. I think he's about £40 million value, and he's got a bit more defensive output than Jack Grealish. I like Donny Van De Beek. I wouldn't mind him at Manchester United. There's players I'd rather have, but I'd still be happy if we got Donny Van De Beek. But apparently he's the favourite to replace Paul Pogba. There's not that much in this story other than the fact that we've been linked to Donny Van De Beek a few times before. I'm sure we're paying an interest in him, but he's no tier 1, tier 2 journalists have really reported our strong interest for him. So we'll have to see where this story goes. The third story I'm going to talk about is Kalidou Koulibaly. Now we were linked to Koulibaly a lot last summer, but we got Maguire, and we've been linked to Koulibaly quite a bit lately. Now the thing is, Manchester United, as much as Koulibaly would improve us, and I'd love to see Koulibaly at Manchester United, this summer we know we're not looking for a centre-back. So all the Koulibaly reports are coming from, the Suns, the Stars. We're not looking at a centre-back this summer. That's what reliable journalists have come out and said, that we want a striker, right winger and a central midfielder. We do not want a centre-back this summer. I'm sure the following transfer window will be looking at a partner for Maguire, unless Lindelof massively steps up. I like Lindelof. He's top 4 quality, but is Lindelof champion quality. I'd love to see Koulibaly at Manchester United, but this report says that Liverpool are eyeing up Kalidou Koulibaly, and that this could be a threat to Manchester United. Now, obviously, I'd love Koulibaly. I'd love to see he's a world-class centre-back. If we had Koulibaly, it could be the best defence in the world, like the best defensive for one Saka, Maguire, Koulibaly, sure. But I don't believe we're strongly in for Koulibaly unless we could get him for a right price. But apparently, Liverpool is strongly in for Koulibaly. Now, they've got Van Dijk. I think Liverpool were looking for midfielders and attackers before Koulibaly. I think Joe Gomez is a decent partner, But then after Joe Gomez, Lovren and Matic, maybe they're looking at Koulibaly. Who knows? I just thought I'd report that because a lot of people asked me to report on Koulibaly. If you want my honest opinion, I love Koulibaly, but I don't think we'll sign him this summer. And Moussa Dembele, a French striker from Lyon. We've been linked to him a little bit before. He's 23 years old and he has 16 goals in 27 Ligue 1 games, which is pretty decent for his age. Obviously it's Ligue 1, so it's a much easier league, but it's pretty decent for his age. Now, he's been linked to us last summer, he's linked to us again this summer, and he's come out and said that he could not resist a move to Manchester United. And we know Man United are looking at strikers. We know Dembele and Werner are among those striker lists, and obviously Moussa Dembele seems very keen to come to Manchester United, so maybe he's staying that to make Manchester United look more into him over Timo Werner. I'm not sure. The only thing is there's very strong links of him to Chelsea, and I think Chelsea need a striker a lot more than us. You know, Batshuayi is not really good, Giroud's coming to the end, Abraham, you know, he's shown what he has in him, but is he consistent enough? Is he there? Is he good enough for the big games? I think, you know, we need a striker, but I'm really happy with Martial. I love Martial. I think Martial's good enough, but I think Chelsea need a striker more, and I think Chelsea are more likely to pursue him than us. I think we are going all out for a right winger. Chelsea are going all out for a striker. I think that's kind of the situation with it. But I thought I'd report on that. He looks very keen to come to Manchester United. I wouldn't mind him at Manchester United myself. I do believe Martial is better than him. He apparently wants to move to Manchester United. Now, the next story doesn't really link to Manchester United, but I just wanted to talk about it because it's about Wilfred Ndidi. Now, PSG are eyeing up Wilfred Ndidi, and the report says that he's around £50 million. And that apparently Wilfred Ndidi is valued at £50 million. If that is true, then why the hell are Manchester United not going for him? Declan Rice, £70 million. Wilfred Ndidi, the best player, like the best CDM in the league this season, only like a year older, for a Leicester team, like, he'd be £20 million less. Like, I don't think this is true. There's no way Leicester would sell Ndidi for £50 million. But if we could get Ndidi for £50 million, we have no excuse not to look at it. You know, Wilfred Ndidi's come out and said that he's staying put at Leicester. I do believe that would be the case. Obviously, you know, top teams are now probably starting to look at him. If he's £50 million, then United should 100% go for him. I love Ndidi, he'd improve us. But I don't quite believe this. Now, this last story is about Dean Henderson going out on loan next season, which I think we all expected. He's been really impressive at Sheffield United this season, but we have David De Gea, and it's going to take a lot to take David De Gea out of the team, and he's had one good season. I think if he has another solid season, then maybe the year after he could push De Gea out. I think he'll go back on loan to Sheffield United next season, which I think is the right decision because we want him to constantly play, so he's good enough for when De Gea is on the decline. But the only problem is De Gea is only 29, so it does put us in a dilemma. It's a good dilemma because we have two good players to sort out, but it just puts us in a bit of a dilemma. So that's all the latest Manchester United transfer news today, talking about Koulibaly to Liverpool and Ndidi's price, Lyon striker Dembele wanting Manchester United, Van De Beek as a Paul Pogba alternative, and Jack Grealish hinting the Manchester United transfer news. Now let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not already, please slap that like button and then subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you have not already, so you don't miss daily Manchester United news, updates and trivia videos from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.